My fellow intellectuals and bookworms, sorry for being so late at getting you new content. I just had a huge research paper due for poli-sci, so here's some of your regularly scheduled content. I want to thank all my new subscribers. Initially, I was hoping to get famous through YouTube very quickly, but I know that's not a realistic goal, so I don't want it. And being a niche channel, there's nothing wrong with that. So here's your book group. Busy.
Dad will be home in about 15 minutes. It'd be good if you'd be dressed.
I am dressed. China Inc. How the Rise of the Next Superpower Challenges America and the World. Basically, this book tries to explain the U.S.-China relationship, although it is comprehensive and it is pretty good at answering the question. But it doesn't see China for the threat it is, and at the same time, it doesn't understand that China's military is weak and it's in no position to do anything. On the other hand, it tries to argue that most of the manufacturing that disappeared due to China would have gone away anyway. So it underestimates the negative effects of China on the U.S. economy with a few small counterexamples, like the fact that China's buying more food from the U.S. and soybeans, and that's partially because China can't feed itself. You see, China has polluted so much of its farmland that it is starting to have food problems. In addition, it's completely eroded a bunch more of the farmland that hasn't been destroyed. And it's destroyed a lot of farmland to build cities, a lot of which no one lives in. So it does a decent job at analyzing the China situation, but it's overly too optimistic about the U.S.-China situation. China is a threat to the U.S. Manufacturing in China is bad. We should sanction the hell out of China. We should move manufacturing back to the U.S. and rebound manufacturing. But it does a decent job at being comprehensive, so I give it points for that. So it's a decent book. I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars. When you look at the price on this, I got it as a used book for $3.99, so it's not bad for $3.99. Definitely not worth getting rid of. It's definitely worth keeping to add to my shelf. So the analysis is kind of wrong, and I guess hobbled by the fact that the writer presumably is probably one of those people who doesn't like America and thinks that when China takes over the world or becomes the next superpower, everything will be great because they're not America and they don't kill Muslims in the Middle East. Well, China is bad for the world. They hate democracy, they hate freedom, they commit war crimes on their own people. So if they murder their own people in the droves, how do you think they're going to treat the rest of the world? China needs to be contained, and if the U.S. got into a war with China, the U.S. would win, and the results would ultimately be better for the world. Because China is constantly issuing threats. Like a month ago, they threatened to nuke everyone in the world. So, decent book. I guess if you can get it for cheap, you should buy it. It's the first book review that I'm going to give. I have 2 more from the existing stack, if I don't winnow that down. And I have 1 more for you today, and then I have 4 more that I'm probably gonna do soon. So this is Sean Hartnett signing out. Like, comment, and subscribe if you've not done so.